Hi everyone, welcome to my next video. I hope you can hear me okay because it is very windy out here. But I wanted to talk about an upcoming project which is going to be very expensive here at my off-grid cabin. But a lot of it has to do with my growing older and as a senior and planning ahead. And especially because I live alone out here. So I've shown you a bit of my driveway before. But I'm really kind of excited, not to spend the money, but to have someone come out and give me a quote for what this is going to cost, because I really think it's going to be great and well worth the money I have to spend. And especially since I'm getting older, I'm really considering what's going to make my life easier in years to come, even though I still feel great. And especially being alone, I might have to ask for help one day. But I want to keep doing things by myself for as long as I can. So I'm going to flip this around. And just again, this is the path to my beach. And it's just around the corner, my little rocky beach where I keep my kayak. And that is the ocean, a very small inlet that if I was to get a small boat with an outboard motor, I could go out to the harbor. And of course not out to sea in a small boat, but I certainly could moor one in the harbor and go out that way if I wanted. So again, this is on my property, and now this is where I had my firewood delivered. I'm almost done stacking it, and I'll walk up a little bit. What I've been doing is I've been piece by piece throwing it up the hill on the other side of my cabin, and I'm getting a little tired doing that. It started out fun and it's getting a little old, and I'm not sure how much longer I want to do this because I get 6 cords at a time. There's about maybe 1.5 left to do, and I won't show you the hill, but it's pretty steep, and I take one piece at a time and I throw it up the hill. And then once I get it up the hill, I have to throw it back down to where I stack it. And I'll explain in a minute why I do that. But living out here, especially in Maine, whether you live off-grid or not, you want to put your firewood as easily accessible as you can for the winter. Because you do not want to walk far in deep snow or shovel snow to get there. Especially if you're heating primarily just with wood. So you can barely see it, but that's my cabin up there, and I will show you more of it as I make the turn. Now, my driveway is very long, and I have not been down here for about a month or two because my wood is there, and I haven't been able to drive down. But usually I drive down to the end, which is where I'm standing. And this is my project that I'm going to have someone come out and give me a quote. Since this dead ends right here, I am going to get a quote to extend my driveway. It will probably have to come out to here, and I can take these trees down myself to reduce the cost, because that's pretty easy. I can take them down with my Sawzall and cut them up. But I need someone to extend my driveway up this hill, which is, it's actually not all that steep because there's parts of my driveway that are this steep, and they might have to swing out a little bit to get a head start. But what I ultimately want is for my firewood guy to be able to drive right up here. And I'll show you where I want him to put my firewood, because that will make my life so much incredibly easier. Oh my God. Now, this walkway I did myself, and yes, it's all crooked and overgrown and rocky, but I like it like this. I really do. And so here's my cabin, and you can see my generator. And so, let me walk back a little bit. What I want is for someone to grade this and put down gravel and make this driveway a straight shot right up to here, where I trimmed this with my trimmer. so that I can pull my, well, either the firewood guy can unload all the wood right here, which will be all leveled out, and this poplar tree will have to go, but I can chop that down very easily. But I want to leave this, I forget what it's called, but they're beautiful. I want to leave that tree. And then, this is my firewood over here. And if I can have the guy drop 6 cords of firewood right smack here, I can easily stack it and take my time. Now what I have over here are 2 piles, and see if I can show it to you. Quite a bit of wood here. And the reason I buy so much is because I want to have extra. So this right here I ordered almost 2 years ago, and it's been drying. And all you have to do is cover the top and let the air circulate through the center, and it will dry. And the last 2 rows here I have not covered yet because that's part of the new delivery. But I think I'll cover it before the next rainstorm. So this pile is about a little over 6 cords, and it will get me through winter 2025, 26. And what's over here, and that's a tarp that will go over that when I'm done. You can't see it, but I've got about 4 rows stacked already from the new delivery. And what I've been doing is throwing it up the hill, and then from here carrying it over to here. And honestly, it's not that hard, but I'm getting tired of doing it. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to be 70 years old. I don't want to be doing this much longer. So why not spend the money and get a driveway installed so a truck can come right up here and unload it right smack here. And I'm going to be so darn happy. Now what else I can do in the summer, instead of carrying my water around the other way, I can back my truck right up here to my porch, which is right here, and have my water right here without walking around. And I'll show you the other side because it's quite a hill, and I'm going to have somebody install a set of stairs because in the winter I leave my truck over there, and I'll show you how I do that. So I will not be using this new driveway in the wintertime, but only for firewood delivery and bringing water in the summer. So I'm excited. I'm trying to guess how much it's going to cost. And again, standing from here, it's going to be a straight shot down that way. And if they need to level out that corner, they can take out whatever trees they want and to make that happen. Now, if it costs me about $5,000, I'll be happy. If it costs me a little more, I might have to wait. I do have the money, I just don't want to spend it. And I might not get it till next fall. I don't know yet. But I don't care if my garden gets obliterated. I'm imagining they'll come around this side to get a head start up the hill. So I'm pretty excited. It's really the first major improvement that I will probably ever do with this cabin because I'm happy with it the way it is. Sure, someone could come and really do a lot with it, and the only thing I regret that the builder did not do, see that upstairs window? It's the porch that you see overlooks the ocean, and I'll do a video on that one day. You really can't see much of the ocean because of all the trees. But I'm not going to chop down the trees. I'm going to leave them there. But what I wish they would have done with that upstairs was to either put windows over that porch or create a secondary, smaller porch. Because being up that high would have had an awesome view of the harbor and the ocean below. And I don't know why they didn't do that, because it's a simple little cabin, but it's got an incredible view. And to have a bedroom up there with even a small, tiny kind of a walkout kind of porch, it would have been cool. So I don't know why they didn't do that, but for me to have that done now would be extremely costly. However, I was thinking, if I ever need to replace the roof, which is 20 years old and it still looks good, but if I ever have to, I might ask the guys what it would cost to just put a little walkout there, just a little place to, maybe French doors or something to open up. Because up there the view would be incredible, looking out at the sea. So, but someone else with money, can do that one day. And this just a little cabin has so much potential. But for now, it's all I want, it's all I need. And the only big project will be this driveway. And if I can have a guy back up his trailer, he has to bring it in separate trips. He can only fit like 2 cords of wood each trip. But he can dump 6 cords, 1 load at a time right here. And then all I have to do is stack it, which is really easy. And even if I don't get it all done, I can just throw a tarp over it and leave it here, because it's a short walk to my cabin. So I'm imagining myself maybe 75, and I still might feel great. I might not. But here's the thing. When you live by yourself and you heat with wood, you want to put that firewood as close as possible, within reason, next to your cabin. You don't want to put it so darn close that, bugs and all that will be tempted to come inside. And you definitely do not want to stack it against your cabin. Please don't do that. I knew someone that did that, and the side of their house rotted because the moisture, there was no airflow. So I'm excited, and I will do a follow-up, because if I can get this done, today is, let's see, July 27th, and if I can afford to get this done this September, before it snows, or even October, my firewood guy next spring can just drive up right up here. And also, I realized another really great advantage to doing this driveway. I did have a guy come out and give me a quote on installing a well. And he quoted me about 10 grand, which is the going rate. Yes, I would need to add a pump and do the electrical. And I would need my generator to pump the water. But I could do that because I could set up a separate holding tank and easily do that, and even have a holding tank in the cabin in the winter. And then I could get my bathtub that I miss so much. So actually, by installing this driveway, the well installer might be able to come up here and install a well right smack up that way, because he told me he could not come down my driveway the way it was, and he needed better access. So the more I'm thinking about spending the money, the more I'm thinking it's a smart thing to do. And as I grow older, I'm really thinking about how to make things easier here, so I don't have to overextend myself more than I have to, or more than I feel like it. And again, I feel great. I don't have any issues, knock on wood. And I hope I'm like that for a very long time to come. But again, why not make things easier, right? Now, if you're looking for off-grid property, I was very concerned about this very long driveway at first, because it extends, I'm going to say, maybe a 1/4 of a mile beyond my truck. I've done a video before on it. But let me tell you something. There is no perfect place. And if you find it, grab it. But this cabin, everything else about it was perfect. It's on the ocean. It has 20 acres. It's private. Beautiful screened-in porch. Perfect size for me. Peace and quiet. The only thing that was really concerning to me was the very long driveway and access in the wintertime. But as with anything, you figure things out, and I will do a video this fall because I saw someone make a pull-behind plow, a V-shape, with pallets, with something weighting them down. I'm not quite sure what he did. I don't know if he put logs or what he did, but it worked great. So I've got my pallets in the back of my truck. I don't know if you can see them. And I'm going to make a pull-behind plow and see if I can plow my driveway so I can drive my truck down here. And I won't have to walk through the snow every winter. So yeah, I've got a lot of projects going on and I love it. I just enjoy doing them whenever I feel like it. And I try to save my money because I've got quite a stash for emergencies. But in this case, I think it's going to be well worth spending. I'm hoping it's only going to cost $5,000. If it's more, I probably will, but I hope it isn't. And I'll do an update on what this person tells me. She's been highly recommended, and they can probably knock it out in a couple of days. So there you go. A senior living alone out in the woods, making life as easy as possible, and limiting my physical work, and keeping it fun. So please feel free to ask me questions. I've only got a little bit left of wood to stack, and I am done. I will have no more wood to stack until next year, until I get my next load. And hopefully by then, I'll have my own driveway. And this guy will be able to come around here, and I'll need a V, like I'll need her to probably extend my driveway into those trees so the guy can pull in and then back up this way, I'm guessing. Because I'm not quite sure if he'll be able to make the turn with a trailer, but he might. So there you go. Another off-grid day in the life of a senior. And feel free to ask me questions. I love my channel. I always try to keep my topics interesting. And yeah, it's high tide, so I might take Sheppy and Maggie down to the beach for a swim. And yes, we do have poison ivy. But if you go in the salt water right afterwards, it washes it all off. And so that's a good tip if you've ever gotten poison ivy on you and you're near the ocean. Works every time. So thanks so much, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Hey, if you have suggestions or ideas, go for it, because there might be something I'm not seeing or a better way to do this. I was tempted to try to drive my truck up that walkway, but I thought, no. I could pop a tire on a sharp rock. It could get stuck. It's not worth ruining my truck. And my truck is in beautiful shape. It's only a 2016, and it's only got 70,000 miles on it. And I keep it in really good shape. So there you go. I hope you're all having a great day, and ask me anything that you would like. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching.